Hey guys, it's Kayla, and today I'm going to be showing you my summer makeup routine because, yeah, I kind of changed it up in the summer and I tend to use a powder foundation because it's less coverage on my skin. That's just a personal preference, and yeah, so I thought I would just show you kind of what I do. Most days if I was going somewhere, I would start with my Neutrogena Clear Face, but since I'm not doing anything but filming today, I'm not going to do that because it's just an added layer on my skin that I don't need. So I'm going to start today with my Benefit That Gal Brightening Face Primer. And I just kind of put a little dollop of this on my hand. Oop, that might be too much for today, but oh well. And I take my Stila 35 brush that came with my Stila foundation that I don't really ever use for foundation, and I use this to apply my primer all over my face. So yeah, I usually start at my nose and kind of work my way around my face. Alright, so once I've done that, I'm going to take my Flormar Concealer in Ivory, per usual, and do that just under my eyes. Not too much, because I usually don't need too much, with the brightening primer. And then just dab that in with my ring finger. Oh, eye crusties. Gonna dab that in. Alright, this doesn't want to blend today. Alright, and then I'm going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder and I'm going to set the concealer first, just because I want to make sure that that stays on, because that's probably the fullest coverage area I need during the summer, but I don't want to put like full like coverage foundation over it, so I just use a quick transparent powder just to set that so it stays. And then I'm going to take my Bare Minerals Matte Foundation in Fairly Light. And first gotta, you know, shake a little bit of this out into the lid. And then I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Kabuki brush and just buff that all over my face. Alright, and just kind of buff that in a little more, just make sure it's even. And then close that up. And then I'm going to take my MAC Mineralize Skinfinsh in Lightscapade and highlight my face a little bit, because I like to have a little bit more of a dewy, shimmery look in the summer. Alright. And then I'm going to take my Jane bronzer in Dream and just this big complexion brush from e.l.f. and just kind of buff this around my forehead and my temples and down my jawline, and just not really contouring, but adding a little bit of color to my look since I'm really pale and I don't really tan well in the summer. Alright, then I'm going to take my Benefit Dandelion blush and just apply a little bit of that to my cheekbones. This is my favorite summer blush. Alright, and after that I'm going to just skip right over to my chapstick because I hate waiting to put my chapstick on until I actually do my lips. And then I'm going to go and do my eyes. So my first step is taking my Jordanna Cosmetics eye primer. This is the best eye primer I've ever used. My makeup lasts all day and it's incredible and perfect and it costs like $3. So I highly recommend the Jordanna Eye Primer. So I'm going to go and put that all over my eyelids. And just on the lids, because this makeup look that I used most of the time, I don't really do a lot of blending up, just mostly my lid. So that is the reason for that. Alright. And then I'm going to start with my Naked palette and a little, this is actually like a detailing concealer brush, but I'm going to use it to put Virgin just in the inner corner and up on my eye a little bit. Alright. And then I'm going to go into my ginormous MAC palette right here, which actually isn't ginormous, but this is the one that's full, unlike my other one that has 2 colors in it. And I'm going to take first Satin Taupe and put that all over my lid. Even over where I put Virgin, just because that makes it a little bit lighter in that spot and causes me to have to do less blending. Even though I still blend it out. Alright. Now that I've gotten Satin Taupe in the lid, I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to take a little bit of All That Glitters, which is the middle color in this palette, and dab that right onto the center of my eye. And then I'm going to take my blending brush and put a little bit more of All That Glitters on it and then kind of blend out that look. Just on the lid though, I'm not going to blend up, just going to blend over to give that Satin Taupe a little bit more like dimension than just Satin Taupe. Alright, and now I'm going to take an angled eyeliner brush and mix Satin Taupe and All That Glitters together to do a little bit of eyeliner under my eyes. Alright, and again on the other eye. So now that that's done, that is the end of like my actual eye look. So I'm going to take a different angled eyeliner brush. This one's a little bit smaller, and my Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Auburn, and fill in my eyebrows. And I used to just use like the more red side, but now I kind of mix them just because my hair is kind of fading out and I have really bad roots right now, and I'm going lighter in a few weeks. So I just kind of try and lighten it up, make it a little more brown, just closer to my eyebrow color, just because I don't want it to be too bright red because my hair is not bright red anymore. So I'm just going to mix those and then start filling in the brows. And I don't do this step every day. Just if I remember it, I do it, because I do like to have my brows a little bit more defined. But I don't need to do this part every day, but I'd like to. Can't really see right now. I think. Oh wow, my brows are gross. Alright, so now that I've... Whoa, what happened to that brow? I didn't fill it in far enough. There we go. That looks more like my eyebrow. Alright, so now that I've put the powder on, I'm going to take my Great Lash Clear Mascara and just kind of set those brows in place. Because I use this as a brow gel just because I like this a lot better and it's easier to find than a good clear brow gel. way easier to find because I can just run into Target and grab it whenever I'm out. Or whenever it gets too gross. So I don't like to keep it too long because it's starting to kind of get brown. If it gets too like colored from like my eyebrow powders, then I do replace it because I want to make sure like it's still like clean and nice. And you know, it's like $4, so I don't feel too bad not using the whole thing before I replace it. Sometimes it's a little bit more painful than others depending on how soon it gets gross. But yeah, I just sometimes, I don't want to have it too gross. Okay, then I take my spoolie and kind of adjust. This brow just doesn't want to behave today. So that's great. So yeah, my eyebrows look really bad today, but usually they look better. Okay, and now that I've done that, I'm going to do my mascara, and lately I've been using the Clinique High Impact Mascara, and I usually don't curl my lashes when I use this, and it's perfect. I love it. And a little bit on my lower lashes. Alright. Whoa, that is way bigger than the other, but I can fix that. Alright, and then again I take my spoolie and at least for the lower lashes, kind of break them up because this is a nice volumizing and lengthening mascara, but that doesn't do much for my bottom lashes. Alright, kind of separate that out. Alright. So then the lipstick changes every day, but recently, since when I go to work I have to wear white and black, white and denim, and so like no color at all, I've been trying to do a little bit more colorful lipsticks. I try not to do red because that's a little bit too like formal for work. But lately I've been loving the Collection and Little Mix Perrie lipstick, which is a beautiful purple color, and so I absolutely love this, and so I'm going to put that on my lips. Alright, so that is my usual summer makeup look. It does look like it's a lot more makeup than it really is. I mean, it is a lot of makeup, but like because it's a powder foundation, it's not as heavy on my skin, which is what I really need in the summer because I do tend to break out more in the summer than I do in any other time of the year. Just because my skin gets a little more oily because I'm sweating more and it just needs to be matte. So that's what I like about that. And then I usually would just pull my hair up in a ponytail for work or just kind of like, you know, fix it with my fingers. And that would be my daily look. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!